Oh, there, greetings. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Thank you for joining us for, that's not me, if you're wondering. If you joined us tonight's broadcast, brought to you by Fifth Dimension. Somebody with a cat in here. So, greetings. Alright, so it's broadcast. I'm not sure how long it'll be, but you can see I'm back for now. And we'll be moving around throughout the next couple of weeks. Come on, chill. For tonight's title, I guess I got a download of humans with insectoid brains. I'm not sure if our brain has any of that in it, but obviously it has other attributes of reptilian. Jeez, come on, chill. So you can barely see him over there. Yeah, it's sort of tear everything up. I have to keep an eye on him. You can barely see him. That's probably just as well. Basically, humans with insectoid brains. Yeah, you just it's just as well. Don't see that. Come here. Alright, don't come here. Okay, sorry. Humans with insectoid brains, basically civilizations with that on other worlds, of course. Basically, now this comes down back to us too. First off, with the alien connection of basically, now this isn't with the whole civilization of human, but where their minds, they can connect to anything, but sometimes it's overload. They can't sleep, they can't think, they're picking up everybody else's energies, and they can't focus on themselves. So, where they go crazy. Now this, how that relates back to us, is for those that are having difficulties sleeping and thinking, that their brains are going 100 miles an hour. Not to say everyone's like that has the insectoid lifetime with an insectoid brain, but there are some that do. And some might be able to pick up on that. Give another. So this isn't for everyone that's having difficulties, but also can cause health issues, and because your mind is constantly networked to those on the planet. You can't, and people are already going through that here through the psychic powers. So you can say there's some insectoid stuff there. For some, not everybody. At least that's what I've received. You can also have diamond energies for a brain, different types of brains. I believe that as I was connecting that, like us as humans, this was, we aren't actually of course, depends on who you're talking to. We're actually an upgrade to Atlanteans with the reptilian brain. It's just that we're an upgrade, but then we got downgraded because we couldn't handle it. At least the ancient humans couldn't, so they kind of abused it, etc., etc. So it was easier to shut us down too. So the old Atlanteans, I don't believe that was the case. So yeah, it's weird how that works, but it's a either way. So before we dive into further, I don't know, he's distracting me, like I can't think. Let's see here. Those that are new to all this, is avatar.com. Work. We have private sessions throughout the week. We also have Learn How to Channel. It's all recorded, as far as I know. It's Skype. Skype's kind of wishy-washy, but so far so good. We also have a month 7 days for delivery for all of this, and with Spirit Social on this for the shop. We have other channels and healers I do recommend. We have Social Network and the Jake Comic. And thank you for your support. This is going to get more and more bizarre as we go forward. 1 second here. No, I didn't kill him. I just moved him. I think he'll survive. Yeah, sleep. Do something else other than be a distraction. He was knitting a quilt. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, yeah. Just relax. But there was a flying cockroach in here. I think it's better that cat's here. Chill. He survived. Alright, kitty entertainment. Okay, for tonight's broadcast, yeah, so yeah, there's obviously a different type of brain matter. Some of you might be picking up on that. I saw like an insectoid world experimenting with us, or humans, not exactly us, but we do have insectoid abilities that will be. As for what those are exactly, they're not going into detail, but it has a lot to do with our psychic abilities, at least for antenna of our energies. Basically, some have it more than others. So if you have a thing for roaches and mantis, most likely you have some of their abilities, let's put it that way. And a lot of it is a network ability. And construction workers are similar to the insectoids, pretty obvious, right? Any type of construction they have insectoid energies there. They just do. We're gonna go into other stuff too. Let's see if I have anything else for the subject for another reality. So this is on another world. Now this is a download I received. Okay, we're gonna open up the channel. Also open up to Mantis. I haven't channeled them in like forever, eons. I don't think it's gonna be Kermit the Mantis. I think he said what he had to say. From what I can tell. Okay, so alright, blessings, much love. Let's see here. Like I say, this is kind of like a galactic update too. Basically, as beings are connecting more with our DNA, as more humans want to activate themselves, less worried, more curious, allowing more of the astral world to connect to your mental state as you go into a new universe. We are bringing in, as this earth shifts, a new universe energy comes in. Not to say this one will be shifting all, but it will give us a more idea of the planets around us, as we are not seeing everything, as many of you know. As basically our focus is to keep it on this planet and not look outward. We do, but not so much, because we do have neighborhood planets that are not seen at this time. We will eventually, as we do a simple upgrade of soul transformation. That is basically allowing the third dimensional thought patterns of anger, hate, those type of energies, of basically low vibrational thoughts, allow that to leave you. And with that, you will go into a new testament of yourself, a more clearing, a more trusting environment around you and around others. Somehow have more difficulties functioning in the third dimension as you go upgrade yourselves, because basically you're activating more chakras that you have around you as you basically ready to take on the responsibility of this new ability as you go into the new earth. So you're basically assisting humanity. You will see others in your world, of course, that aren't connected, but know how to learn. You will learn how to activate them when they are ready, of course, and the knowledge will just come in. It could be a few words. It doesn't have to be this whole meditating and all that, because basically most of your human population has to activate itself for more alien disclosure to occur. You have to be ready for what's going to be seen in your skies. You can't be just leave half the population asleep and the rest of it knows what's going on. It has to be more of you awaken. Yes, there be anomalies in the skies that you are, yes, opening yourself up for more visitation. But what's happening within you is even stronger than what's happening outside of you. Basically, trusting yourself while also connecting to the timelines of disclosure and pulling that in. As once again, yes, alien activity can be seen in front of you, around you, everywhere. It's not something you have to look up at the sky for most of your day. They are with you now. They can connect to your vibrations and be seen around you. Not to say they're just following you around everywhere. Their vibrations do. As they do tap into you when you are ready to hear their voice. As this is not just a fable or a tale. This is now. As just as other channelers are being able to let go of this dimension, you will see more of the 8th, 9th, and 10th dimensions become more clear, which allows more clear audience energies to come through. There are many dimensions here that are assisting you. Of course, you'll see the sun vibrations shift, and yes, many of you over time, now in your mythology time periods, many were very awakened and saw many things, where many of your population did not, but they wrote it down anyway. Some of them saw it, some of them did not. Either way, it went to your mythology. And you will reconnect to those vibrations as we're seeing alien anomalies here. You're allowing yourself, basically it's like seeing a Zeta Gray or a Palladian vibration, feeling their presence become an everyday occurrence. It's going to become normal for all of you over time, as is the time of the awakening. Basically, once again, those with the scientific minds that are looking at Area 51 are looking about it all the wrong, and they know that. Some of them do. They just have difficulties connecting to it, believing within themselves. It's basically you're shutting down the third dimension self of yourself, of you, slowly letting it go, as it's time for a new horizon here. It's a new Earth, if you wish it. Yes, there will be felines here. Felines, yes, are very much involved in protecting the Earth. Yes, they're very chatterboxy because they want attention. And also they're letting you know that there are many beings around you at this time. And it becomes, even for a house cat, becomes kind of overwhelming, the visitations that are constantly coming and going that not everyone's tapping into. And it's not necessary to be tapped into. Many of you are going through a Kundalini upgrade. Slowly, your eye will see more. Basically, your senses will see more, which is most important. Now, for insectoid brains and different anomalies, yes, there are other worlds that are speaking to your planet to realize you're not alone in the universe. So you're going to get a projection idea of other civilizations. You might wake up and feel like this whole civilization is downloaded into your brain, basically. But it's not too much, but it's enough to bring excitement. You don't want to bring up too much homesickness to you, but a wonderment that you're not alone in the universe. Basically, it's like a movie being downloaded into you, but this movie is very real. That is where you're heading towards. You're cutting through this dimensional energy, and many are having difficulties accepting it, as you can see. Well, those in the third dimension, yes, once again, they're following their past. The past is very addictive, is all they know. It is the old exercise of being human. It is normal. But many of you are here to not cut it out, to heal it, to show an alternative version, basically. A new wave of energies. Yes, this will take thousands of years for your Earth to really heal completely, because many souls would be hanging in there. As many of you know, hundreds of years, yes, thousands is most likely. But you'll be in a better place than you are right now. As these pages are not easy to turn, as many of you are realizing, because many don't want to see the other side of your reality. Basically, many of you can instantly go into astral and assist humanity as a non-physical being, and life will be good. But you're here to be humanoid, so you're bringing that knowledge here, but you're slowly allowing it to come instead of avalanche. The avalanche, many of you are actually, some of you are experiencing this, but more can come through, basically. But which will take people out. Humans just won't be able to calculate. They can't do it. The majority can't accept it now, what you're giving, let alone what the full picture is. So you're getting glimpses of it. You're not seeing the full picture. As when you're having difficulties accepting it. Especially, think of alien civilizations as peaceful, loving, There are some that aren't, of course, yes, but we are connecting to the ones that are. Love and acceptance, but far more than that. You see into each other's vibrations. You see no fear. You see you are living with each other and improving each other's talents. What is life about? About improving oneself. So we're always warning. You say warning, improving, warning. We are always growing. That is what you're here to do. Of course, your warning is very hard. It's many warnings at once, and some are unwarning what they just learned. As some of you know, many have trouble warning, and some are having, once they warn, they unwarn it all and have to redo it again. And that's a constant on your road. That's how it keeps the cycle going. That's what keeps their dimension going. Souls that unwarn themselves. It's true, it does happen. Many souls don't want to incarnate here ever again because they just could not figure it out. They could not get out of their vices. They couldn't really let them go. So they kept making the same mistakes over and over and over, and they got tired of it. No more. I'll go somewhere else. And you're experiencing that here. And some of you are feeling it. Or you're getting driven over, feeling like you have someone's tire marks on your back, basically. So karma here is very difficult to release too, as many do have that. They're exploring it. They get into karma and they explore it and they make themselves worse for themselves too. Souls here are not growing as many of you are sprouting out spiritually, going into more of a higher dimensional source, where you can warn in a different way. That's where you're heading for. That's all we have. Blessings from Spirit. Okay, one moment. Greetings. Wow, the Mantis. Mantis Collective. You can call me George. Yes, our abilities live within your vibration of, yes, curiosity, warning. Our energies are, yes, it has a lot to do with education. Of course, your education system is so in the wrong at this time. But basically, you all can learn in a way of adapting to each other. Basically, working within, basically like living among each other. Meaning, like, you have a friend, go live with him for a while, and then go live with somebody else you know, and you live with each other. Yes, there are studies. There's always going to be, from the galactic energies, yes, always a university of learning. Learning never ends. On your world, learning is just a few years, and then here you are, off into the world. But on our world, university is on forever. Information is always free. And you can go at the levels and at the speed you feel like it. Everyone can go at the speed that they wish. But realize, the more interested you are, the more you will learn. And many are, yes, learning things they don't understand because they're to stunt your growth and help you move up. You imagine if you were going to all your curiosities and learning and constantly building. And also, once again, as a child, you actually, as you grow up, you go live with others. You do still have your families, of course, but you also experience life with others and grow with them. You're constantly, because everyone's a family. On your world, you just have a few people in your family. On other worlds, everybody's a family. So you brought into this world and you experience life forever, and you grow up so different. Everyone's so unique because you experience all these different experiences. You are all unique here too, but you get stunt your growth because you're not expanding as you like to. Not to say you ignore your family and go somewhere else, your parents. You still connect with them as they're always connecting with you telepathically. You never forget who they are. You do connect with them, but you also go off into the world. and warn new vibrations. Once again, you're around someone that you want to be around, and you glow and grow. Notice I mentioned the word glow, because you do open yourself up even more. Now you might go to those that you don't agree with to learn from them. And yes, you might stunt your growth a little bit, but you learn details from them also. So you're kind of dancing around, and you constantly do that. You're always ascending. Your world, yes, descends. It's actually meant to go backwards, and it does feel like that because that's what it's set up to do. Only a few are going to excel, the rest of you go nowhere. As you can see, you have the 1% that always has the money and the knowledge. The rest of you have very little of everything. But you are here to turn that around, but to get rid of percentages altogether. You're here to live among each other, because not everyone born into their family can get along with each other. Not to say you're going to let that go. We do usually immediately go to someone that you can resonate with, but still be with your family unit, of course. Of course, it's very difficult to deal with a family they don't get along with. But many of you do, you just bring a loving energy back to the family you're having difficulties with, and you grow with them, and you grow with each other. It's like, oh, we're so different, but now we have someone to help you understand who I am, because I can't verbally say because you're not listening to me. So basically it's an understanding. Realize, as we're speaking, you connect to what is right for you. You feel this vibration of acceptance. Your energy glows. Because where you go where your highest ambitions are, your highest energies. You constantly go to education, to individuals, to animals. What heightens you? What gives you a high? And that's what raises our vibration. And that's what you're going to learn on your world. You're already experimenting with it here and there. Many do give to themselves to entertainment, but slow themselves up, lock themselves down. Not to say you leave that altogether. But realize in your personal lives, many of you would like a better situation, as many of you realize. When in the other worlds it's easier, yes, and you are learning it here. It's just how to do it. Once again, you never disconnect from your family. You might be a distance if you do not get along with them, but you're always going to come back to them, always. But you were born into this world to explore. So your family is always going to be there as you wander around. Of course, there are different civilizations that operate differently. But the freest worlds are usually the most high vibrational. Because as you connect with this, I believe you feel, it's like, if I'm, yes, born into this world, I don't always get along with my family, but I connect to other beings, and I feel so much good. You keep that vibration going. And you also heal the discomfort with your current family as you are understood more by them. You're constantly moving in a flow of up instead of down. This world is set up to go down, but it's done on purpose, as you can see. You're here to see your earth differently. And you are here to rewrite your way your planet thinks. Little by little, you are here to free yourselves from anxieties. And also, yes, it's not always going to be perfect. But when you do have health and problems, you will find the right people to heal you. If not perfectly heal you, but at least to be there for you. Instead, many are left alone. Things would change with that. Yes, we have the Mantis. Blessings to you. Alright, we'll keep it kind of short for tonight. Alright, take care everyone. Have a great night.